K-0, a precious point last night. It's not the win that you wanted, but do you feel disappointed you never got that win with the chances you had in the second half?
I think we were disappointed. I think over the last 2 games we should have won both games, which would have put us in a much stronger position, but it was very important we didn't lose either of those games, and the 2 performances have been encouraging. We obviously got off to a really bad start last night, worst possible start you could get really in a game like that, but I thought the players showed good character. They didn't panic, they kept playing, and fully deserved to get back in the game. So yes, we know we desperately need a win to give everybody a lift, but most important thing was that we haven't lost to either Grimsby or Barnet.
You mentioned it was the worst possible start for your team there, but how did you feel about your team responding there? They didn't really create many chances. What was your message going in at half-time to the players?
Well, I think everybody can, if you don't sort of follow this league closely, you can easily look at Barnet's position and think, well, you know, they're bottom of the table. But I watched the previous games that they've played. Good win at Colchester. They had a chance to go 2-0 up against Carlisle, missed a penalty. And then obviously the Coventry game, they deserved to get something from it. In fact, they should have won that game, and they did play well. So I knew up against a team that's improving, and I thought they would have more possession than they did, because they actually passed it really well in the Coventry game. But I thought we, after conceding the goal early, I thought we did well. We did well to control the game. So I think the response from the players from going a goal behind was good.
It's a big blow losing Tom Pope in such a crucial game, and you've been looking for someone to step up and score the goals in his absence. How impressed were you with Anton Forrester's second half performance there? He had limited chances in the first half, but really turned up in that second half.
I think Anton has been given the chance. I decided to go with Anton when Tom was going to be out. He needs a run of games, and I think the more he plays, the better he will get. He's had obviously problems in the past with injuries, so I think psychologically he'll feel better the more he plays. But he had some good link-up play in the first half, some nice little passes where he played people in, and then obviously second half he got his goal, which gave him a lot of confidence, and he finished the game strongly. So very pleased with his performance, and now he's got to continue that on for the rest of the season.
It was a big blow losing Carl Howkins for last night's match. How impressed were you though with the defensive performance last night? Charlie Raglan coming in and working with Nathan Smith.
Well, I've spoken to Charlie before the Grimsby game. He's obviously been very disappointed that he's not had a chance really to put right his performance against Cheltenham, which was poor, and he knew that, and he's been really desperate to play. I did say he would get his chance. I probably didn't expect it to come so quickly after the Grimsby game, because I thought Kyle did well, but an opportunity presented itself on the Monday, and then I had to make a decision and put Charlie back in. I thought he did very well.
Going into Stevenage now on Saturday, back at Vale Park after 2 long distance away games. How do you approach that?
Well, we must win some of these home games. There's no doubt about that. So I think we've got to be positive. The previous games we've had at home, although we've drawn games, we've not made enough chances. We've not worked the opposition keeper enough. So we need, as an attacking force, we need to be better than we've been in the last few home games. We must put Stevenage under pressure, and we must play. There's going to be tension because we're in a relegation battle, but we've got to try and eliminate as much as that sort of fear as we can, and we have to pass the ball and be positive. And another thing is on the fact that we've had 2 away games. You know, it's tremendous to get some supporters down at Barnet last night, because there was a small crowd in terms of the home numbers, but you know, to go to Grimsby and then have to come all the way down to Barnet on a Tuesday in a rearranged game is it's a great testament that to our supporters. And I wasn't aware that, because obviously I do the press and then I got on the bus late, that their bus had broken down, the supporters who came, so it makes it an even longer night, and hopefully that everybody got home safely. But I think it's difficult for supporters when they've got nothing to shout about, and they've had a really poor season, and we've got to make sure that we can give them something to to cheer on Saturday and then get behind us for the rest of the games.